You're so late getting home from the office.
On this day, February 20th, 1937, the world was gifted with an icon, Nancy Wilson. Nancy Sue Wilson was more than a singer. She was a song stylist, a title she preferred over all others. Over a career spanning 5 decades, she recorded more than 70 albums, won 3 Grammy Awards, and became known for her unforgettable renditions of You Don't Know How Glad I Am and Guess Who I Saw Today. She was a master of jazz, blues, R&B, and soul, often called Sweet Nancy, Fancy Miss Nancy, and the girl with the honey-coated voice. But beyond all the accolades, Nancy Wilson was grace personified. Today, we honor Fancy Miss Nancy Wilson on her heavenly birthday. I can't even begin to tell you how much this woman, artist, actress, and stylistically beautiful song stylist meant to my musical journey. Nancy Wilson was elegance, talent, and class wrapped into one, and meeting her changed me as an artist forever. Back in the day, I had the opportunity to meet Miss Wilson, and what a night it was. It was a Friday evening in Chicago, and I was performing at a supper club called The Greenery. Just across the way, at Dejois Bistro, Nancy Wilson was performing. The crowd outside her show was massive, stretching down the street. During my set, a woman walked in, one of many unable to get into Nancy's show just yet. She decided to have dinner and enjoy our performance while waiting. After our set, she called me over to her table, told me how much she enjoyed my singing, and then asked me what I was doing after my show. I told her, I'm free as a bird. That's when she dropped the bombshell. She was Nancy Wilson's best friend, and she wanted me to meet her. Now, I'm thinking, yeah, right. But I love a good gotcha moment, so I said, sure, let's go. When our set ended, I walked with this woman down the street, right past the long line outside Dejois. We bypassed the crowd and were escorted straight to a table. Actually, they brought the table out, front and center. I was so close to the stage, I could count the rhinestones on Nancy's dress, and it was stunning, by the way. Now, at this time, I was a vocal jazz performance major at DePaul University, so to say I was thrilled would be an absolute understatement. Nancy was mesmerizing. Every note, every phrase, every nuance, pure magic. She commanded the stage with such elegance, and I was hanging on to every single moment. Then something unexpected happened. During her encore, Nancy motioned to security, signaling for us to be led backstage. As soon as her show ended, we were escorted downstairs to Nancy Wilson's dressing room. Now, my heart was racing, and I kept telling myself, be cool, Barbria. Be cool, Barbria. Keep it together, keep it together. And then there she was. Nancy Wilson walked in draped in a white terry cloth robe, still radiant, but completely relaxed. She wasn't just the legendary performer I had just seen on stage. She was warm, down to earth, and welcoming. I was introduced to her, and instead of a handshake, Nancy gave me a big hug, then grabbed my cheeks, shook my head playfully, and said, "You look like me." All I could say was, "Thank you. I think you're beautiful." At that moment, I was trying to keep my composure, but I knew I was seriously losing the battle. For the next few minutes, we sat and talked about jazz standards, vocal technique, and the importance of staying true to yourself as an artist. She was wise, kind, and completely captivating. It was a lesson and a moment I will cherish forever. And then, as if the night couldn't get any more crazier, Jesse Jackson Jr. walked in. Nancy greeted him with a hug, asked him about his family, and then casually asked if he was seeing anyone. When he said no, she immediately turned into Aunt Nancy and insisted that we exchange numbers. Neither of us saw that one coming. But when Nancy Wilson tells you to do something, you do it. Now, we tried to connect, but life and schedules got in the way. Still, it was a surreal moment. I left that night absolutely stunned. 1. I got the chance to see fancy Miss Nancy Wilson perform live. 2. I got to meet her. 3. She hugged me and grabbed my face and told me that I reminded her of her. 4. We had a real conversation about music and jazz. 5. She then tries to fix me up on a date with Jesse Jackson Jr. Unbelievable. When I got home, I burst through the door and yelled to my mom, "You're not going to believe the night I just had." To this day, I still can't believe it. Nancy Wilson was the epitome of style and grace, with a heart as beautiful as her voice. She left an indelible mark on my life, and I will cherish that night forever. Nancy Wilson once said, "I've always enjoyed performing in smaller venues. People can see all of me there." Well, I saw you, I met you, and I will never forget you. Happy heavenly birthday, Miss Wilson. Thank you for one of the most incredible nights of my life.
If you enjoyed this tribute to Nancy Wilson, drop an HHP or your favorite Nancy Wilson song or moment in the comments. I love reading them. And please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more stories beyond the legends that have shaped our lives. Until next time, keep the music alive by checking out this next video. Bye.